Medical is doing their best to make sure our community stays healthy and informed. So I spoke with a doctor from the Sunset Clinic about their response and their services during this pandemic. Take a look. Dr. Ferdowsian, what has been Sunset Clinic's outlook and role and response to COVID-19?
First of all, I want to send my condolences out to all the families that have been affected and lost loved ones to this pandemic. This has been quite the challenge. Having gone through the first SARS in 2002, we were closely following the occurrences in China. And on the night that 5 additional cities shut down, I knew this was going to be much bigger than the Chinese government were alluding to. And that's when we started taking action and looking at alternative ways to not only evaluate, but to treat our patients.
Right. And what is your primary goal for your patients during the pandemic?
So the number one goal for us has been to obviously keep our patients and staff safe. And as we all know, the only way at this point to bend the curve and avoid transmission is to prevent the exposure of patients that are positive to other people in the community. So very early on, as we started finding out that this is going to be bigger than we expected, we started looking at alternative ways to take care of our patients. And one of the first things we did was drive-through evaluations in patients' cars. That was way before that was popular. We also started getting personal protective gear together and stocking up on that. We were on the front line of that. Before it was popular, we started getting N95 masks from the construction workers, and all of our staff were geared up way before this was a statewide problem.
Wow. And how can people take advantage of these things you're offering, like the telemedicine and the testing?
So the way it currently is set up is that we are doing about 90% telemedicine evaluation. So if you're sick, if you have a fever, cough, or shortness of breath, or you've been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you would call our telephone number. We would schedule you via telemedicine evaluation. And if you meet criteria with fever, cough, shortness of breath, or exposure, then we would order the test for you. This has been one of the greatest challenges of our lives, really, of our professional careers. Yeah. So what we have set up now is you would register, we would order the test based on meeting criteria, and then you would drive through the drive-through test, which is one of the only private driving through facilities that I know of in the state, and then we would call you with the result. If you're positive, we would quarantine you. If you're negative, at least there's some relief, and you know that you're not going to expose your family.
So give the Sunset Clinic a call. Their phone number is right there on your screen, and you can visit their website at sunsetclinic.us. You can also join us live tonight at 6:30 on the 8 News Now Facebook page. So get your questions ready for that. Las Vegas Now, we'll be right back.